Igbo elders fault Umahi's remark on Peter Obi, say no one can decide Igbo's political choice. The United Igbo Elder Council, the amount of council we have in this country, no be small, worldwide has condemned remarks attributed to the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, concerning the presidential ambition of the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC) candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, insisting that no individual has the power to dictate the political decisions of the Igbo people. The Council's position comes in response to recent reports quoting Umahi as urging voters in the Southeast not to support Peter Obi in the next presidential election. Although the minister reportedly clarified that his comments were not intended as a personal attack on the former Anambra State governor, the remarks have continued to generate reactions from political stakeholders across the region. In a statement signed by its Director General, His Lordship F1RES Justice Ikpeama, UNEC said the comments were inconsistent with the principles of democracy, stressing that every Nigerian has the constitutional right to freely choose candidates without external pressure or political intimidation. The organizations maintain that the Southeast has always upheld a tradition of independent political thinking, adding that the collective will of Igbo cannot be dictated by any politician, regardless of the office they occupy or the influence they wield. According to the Council, it remains a non-partisan institution committed to promoting democratic values, constitutional governance and the protection of the interests of the Igbo people, rather than endorsing any political party or presidential candidate. UNEC further emphasized that the Nigerian Constitution guarantees citizens the freedom of political association and choice, warning against statements that could create the impression that any individual has the authority to determine how people should vote. The Council noted that leadership should inspire confidence through service and good governance rather than attempting to influence the electoral decision of the people. It added that democracy flourishes when voters are allowed to make informed choices based on their convictions. Reaffirming its position, UNEC declared that no elected official or political office holder possesses either the constitutional or traditional mandate to speak on behalf of all Igbo or direct their political pretenses. The group urged political leaders across party lines to conduct their campaigns with respect, civility, and a focus on issues affecting Nigerians, including economic recovery, national security, infrastructure development, job creation, and good governance. It also appealed to citizens of the Southeast and Nigerians nationwide to remain peaceful and participate responsibly in the democratic process by evaluating candidates based on competence, integrity, vision, and their commitment to national development. The Council concluded by reminding political leaders that the strength of Nigeria's democracy lies in the freedom of every citizen to vote according to conscience, insisting that the voice of the people must always remain supreme in determining the country's political future. Chukwudu says David Umahi and Trausolido are brothers. If you trace back their history, both of them are from Abakaliki. Really? Chukuma Isaac says, who is Umahi? Slave boy. Jerry Nati says his Abakaliki were already known with their inferiority complex and timidity since from the time immemorial. If you trace their history, therefore, I'm not personally surprised by his opinion. Well, I would actually agree with that because I've met some people from Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, and they really do have inferiority complex. Azama says, Umahi that cannot win his village chairman is telling Tinubu that he has told Igbos to vote for him. Who is he? And what has that fool done to Igbos? Self-centered man. F1RES says Umahi is just jealous of PA because the crowd PA is polling, so he's not happy at all. Okay? Akalana says David Umahi is selfish and useless. Sometimes ask why God allows this kind of senseless politicians to come from the Southeast. May God help Igbo. Moshonkensi says the common Umahi is too small to tell Igbos whom to vote for. Money settles it says let him settle us with how that girl dropped dead. Obi doesn't care about him and doesn't know if he exists himself. Please says Umahi David na shameless ifulefuna, a personal non-grata. Pastor Chibuike says, Umahi can never be my elder for all I care. Let him know that whether he's attacking Obi directly or indirectly, I remain the coordinator of Obedient People's Movement, Ogwanagbo, and that I and my family will support Obi. That's good. James Oluchukwu says, Umahi is a very selfish man, very, very selfish. Everest says, Umahi is preparing for vice presidential candidate in 2031. For who? For who exactly? And the strategy is to discredit Obi. His strategy is not working. That is stupid, imbecilic nonsense and inherently escapist. Posterity may not forgive him for this level of betrayal. Doctor says, Umahi is a moron. In a sane climb, this buffon is supposed to be behind bars. Yes, if it was a sane country that we are living in, he's supposed to be in prison right now. Remigo says he's indeed a self-centered individual and not worthy to lead Southeast political forum. Joel Lependo says, common Abakaliki street boy. It is well. As Jungman says, Dave Umahi wants his master to be re-elected for him to continue as minister. Selfish greedy man wants to sell his brother Peter Obi for his personal benefits. No be small thing. With what is even going on between Peter and Paul P-Square or more and their elder brother Jude. Betrayal and about because that kind of betrayal, that level of betrayal for twin brothers or more, it is well. Obona says, let him go and settle the Ashawo murder case standing and waiting for him in Kaduna. I don't know, that girl is not an Ashawo. I don't know, but I don't know why you're calling her Ashawo. She's not an Ashawo. Onya Gozi says, Dave Umahi is working on his own political future, but maligning Obi is stupid stance. He has a job as a work minister and should concentrate on it. Today, Obi, and tomorrow, Obi is crazy. When did he start? I wonder. Godwin says, Umahi, let me tell you, one thing is sure, it will be so hard for you to see who will trust you because of the way you are betraying your whole race. Your whole race. You are a betrayer. Marco says, whenever he comes out contesting for presidency, Igbos will not support him as well. Abi. Bonnie says, selfish devil. Emmanuel Achimba says, please, you people should forget Dave Umahi over the statements he made. Not that it comes from his mind, but we can see the problem around him. Who told you that it doesn't come from his mind? David says, tell that if you fool the bootlicker and servant boy the truth. For sake of money and power, he's bent on destroying Obi, but he can never succeed. Umahi is nothing but a slave like his kinsman Igbo and Selu Igbo. Ikenna says, don't mind the mogul that believes he'll be giving the number 1 seat in Aso Rock very soon. He's whining himself. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.